Good morning. I'm gonna pop on straight away this morning. Sorry for looking so dishevelled. I did have a shower, but I haven't managed to quite get ready. And if you hear a load of noise in the background, that is because once again on a Thursday, my daughter is here and not at nursery because she was in hospital again last night. She popped her elbow at nursery messing around, so she's absolutely fine. But she's having to be taken care of downstairs. If you hear the occasional giggle or the occasional crying, it's her, but everything is fine. She's been looked after. And I was like, Maths Live is going ahead today. I'm not cancelling 2 weeks in a row because I'm enjoying teaching you all about pi this week. And you'll have seen on my page, I've been posting your amazing work that you've been sending me. I've been posting on my Facebook page and then my Instagram page. So if you are really proud of your work, of course, just get your parents to send me an inbox or send me an email of your work and I'll happily share it, first names only, with everyone. Like you saw with the work that I think it was Tom's work with the semicircle. Oh, amazing. Well done. So your challenge question is pi equals 3 point something something. Can you remember what the symbol for pi represents in digital form to 2 decimal places? And if you haven't already got a calculator, go and grab one. I'll be back in 1 second. I'm just going to have a scroll through. Actually, I've just realised you can't actually see the top of my head, so that's actually quite nice today. We've got Sam, we've got Dora, we've got Izzy B, hello. We've got Santino, we've got Ollie in South Africa, hello. We've got Laura and James, home editors, yeah, for the home editors. We've got Chloe in Spain, hi Chloe. We've got Sophie and George, hi George. We've got Bella and Gospel, we've got Rowan, wow, there's loads of you today. Okay, so, some people haven't, they know what the numbers are. It's about getting the digits the right way round. So let's start clearing the board. Okay. And yeah, just to remind you that you start learning about circles in year 6. I mentioned on Tuesday that you need to be able to locate, point out where the circumference, the diameter and the radius are. That's it. And it's only in Key Stage 3 when you start calculating things like circumference and area of a circle. So you're all doing Key Stage 3 work, which is amazing. Even if you're in Key Stage 3, it's great that you're getting to revise this. So pi indeed stands for 3.14. So that's it in its shortened version. We saw on Tuesday that if you press the pi button on the calculator, it's a really, really, really long number, 3.14, blah, 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 it goes on for a long time, but you don't need to know that. You'll either be asked to use a calculator to accurately calculate pi, or if you're not allowed a calculator, you would use pi to 2 decimal places, 3.14. So, let's just have a quick recap. We'll do one question as a recap from yesterday. Patrons, if you have your worksheet, we will come and use it in a little bit, so hang on with that. So if I draw a circle, obviously, because we're doing circles today. Now, see if you can remember what C stands for, and how, if I give you the diameter and tell you that the diameter is 6 centimetres, can you work out what C is? I kind of want to tell you what C means, but I think I'll just let you go out on it. So can you work out what C means if I give you the diameter of the circle? Have a go. I'm trying not to over-teach. I'm trying to let you go. Morning. Oh wow, we've got a very accurate number for pi. Brilliant. Yeah. Oh yeah, Martha's absolutely fine. She is just playing with everything with one arm. So she's just got an arm like this and she's just causing chaos as she normally does with her good arm. So she's absolutely fine. Okay, thank you for asking. Okay, right, yes. Someone's identified what the C means, which is great. So can you calculate what the answer might be? Oh yeah, I've got yep. I've got people like yep, can do that. No problem. So yes, welcome homedders, welcome to the people that are catching up after school, welcome to those that are catching up on YouTube at the weekend. You are all very welcome. So I know I'm walking back and forth. Excellent. Right, so a few of you already said that C means circumference. That's what the C stands for. Circumference. Yes, just making sure I spelt it right. And the circumference is the distance around the outside of the shape. So it's like the edge, the outside of the circle. Okay. And to find the circumference of the circle, we do need to use pi. And I don't know if you can remember the formula. You might do, you might not, it's fine. C equals pi d. And that means C equals pi times d. Remember, if you've got a letter and a number or a letter and a symbol next to each other, there is a hidden multiplication sign. So C equals pi d, which means C equals pi times d, which means C equals pi times, in this case, 6, because the diameter is 6, which then means C equals 3.14 times by 6. I don't mind if you did this on a calculator or in written form. You don't have to write all that out, but you can write all that out. It's just, you're just doing logical steps, and it's good for learning if you just go, right, this is what it means, and then that's what that means. It's absolutely fine, especially when you get questions where it says, show you're working out. You'll get a mark, and just doing that will get you the mark. Sometimes you can get questions where it says like, right, try this question, show you're working out. If you do all the right working out, but then get the wrong answer just from a simple calculation mistake, they might still give you a mark because you have shown the correct working out. Okay? So 3.14. Oh, you've bit the dust, haven't you, pen? 3.14, here we go, it's going to be your last question. Times by 6. Put the decimal point in. 4 6s are 24. I'm literally like scraping it in. 1 6 is 6, plus the 2 is 8, and 3 6s are 18. So it's 18.84 centimetres. And there goes that pen. It's done. You've given up. I'll get the new, oh, there's a new red one there. So the circumference of that circle is 18.84 centimetres. Yep, amazing. Some of you have got 18.84. Some of you have got the calculator arrangement. Okay, let's see. If you're not sure, well, I hope the explanation helped with that. I know sometimes this calculation can be a little bit tricky. Like I say, key stage 3 learning we're doing, so it's all good. Right, so today we're finding the area of circles. The area of circles, and we still need pi, okay? So, area. The area of the circle, the formula for it, is pi times the radius squared. So if you have got the patron sheet at the top, it says formula for counting area of circles, area equals, and that's the full written version. Okay, and then simplified in its smallest form, which when you learn it, you'll then, like I say, I remember this from secondary school. I remember C equals pi d, and I remember that A equals pi r squared. They mean exactly the same thing. It's just less of a mouthful to say A equals pi r squared than A equals pi times radius squared. Okay. So let me show you. So this is me modelling to you. So we'll get our circle. Okay, so this isn't a question, so just watch me. And radius, remember radius is half of a circle. Okay, Now, if I told you that this radius was 2 centimetres and you were asked to find the area of the whole circle, again, A equals pi r squared. So it would be A equals pi times 2 squared. And in this case, we use BODMAS because the order is pi times 2 squared, but we don't do it in that order. Do you remember with BODMAS, it's brackets, orders, and then multiplication. So we need to do this bit first. Orders comes before multiplication. So it would be A equals pi times 2 squared. And 2 times 2 is 4. Okay? And then we know it's A equals 3.14 times by 4. Okay, remember we've got the radius. So do you remember in circumference it was pi the diameter? For area, it's radius. Okay, we use the radius. So 3.14 times by 4. Again, you might do it on a calculator. I'm going to be a good teacher and do it on the board. Probably make a mistake, knowing it's Steph, but I'll try my best. Okay. So 4 fours is 16. 1 4 is 4, plus the 1 is 5. And 3 fours are 12. So the area of this circle is 12.56 centimetres. And if you find the area of the shape, it needs to be squared. Remember, if you find the area of a rectangle, of a triangle, of a parallelogram, area is squared. So remember to put the little 2 up. You don't do it for circumference because circumference is length, okay, one-dimensional length, whereas this is area. Let me give you one more example, and then I will let you go with a couple of questions. Okay. So I'm going to put it on this side this time. So again, I'm going to do the radius. I'm going to tell you the radius is 8 centimetres this time. So that means that A equals pi times the radius squared. Now, if the radius is 8, that means you've got to do 8 squared. 8 eighths are 64. Okay? So it's pi times the radius squared. The radius is 8. 8 times 8 is 64. Okay? So then it's pi times 64 to find the area. So we know pi is 3.14. So I'm going to do 3.14 times by 64. Now, 2-digit numbers, this is where you need to be careful. This is where I'm going to bend down. So 4 times 4. So we're focusing on 3.14 times by 4 first. So 4 fours are 16. 1 4 is 4. Plus the 1, 5. And then 3 times 4 is 12. Now that's our top row, okay? Because we've also got to times 3.14 by the 6. But remember, it's 60, not 6. So when we come on to our second row, we need to put a circle, okay? And then we carry on. So now we're doing 3.14 times by 6. 6 fours are 24. Carry the 2. 1 6 is 6 plus the 2, 8. 3 6s are 18. So we put the 18 at the end. And so the answer is 6, 9, 10, carry the 1, 8, 9, 10, carry the 1 again. So the area of this circle is 296 centimetres squared. I know that might look crazy given you've only started with an 8, but remember, you've made it into 64. I'm letting you use a calculator today because it's obviously quite a complicated topic. If you are not confident with doing a calculation like that, please do use a calculator. If you want to have a go and then check on your calculator, you can do, okay? Obviously, the lesson does encompass calculations like this, but the main objective is to understand how to find the area. So I don't want you to get too bogged down and too worried about a calculation like this. It's remembering how to find the area. Right, your turn now. Steph's going to have a rest. Okay. Tell you what, this board rubber's amazing staying on the board, but I don't think it's as good at rubbing out as my other one, is it? Right, here are your first two questions. So for question 1, let me get the sheet. Okay, so if you haven't got the sheet, you can still do this. I've given you the radius that looks like that, and I'm telling you it's 5 centimetres. So can you find the area of that circle? That's number 1. Number 2, I've given you a circle. The radius looks like this time, means the same thing. And the radius is 3 centimetres. For question 3, I haven't given you a radius, but I've told you that the area is 296 centimetres squared. Therefore, can you use that information to find the radius? Tricky last question, question 3. Give it a go, give it a go. Oh, and by the way, you have to use a calculator on the last question. You do actually have to use it. Let's have a look. Super. Hi, Harry and Zach. So good to hear, so you're learning from it. It's the step. Oh, we've got a... Shh. Someone's just told me something. Shh, shh, shh. Don't say it. Did that on purpose. Shh. Someone's noticed my trick. Don't tell everybody else. Someone spotted something funny about the last question, which I thought I'd do in order just to see keeping you up. Okay, so well done to those people who've noticed for question 3. But I still wanted you to practice. You have to work backwards. Okay, you have to work backwards. So you need to find the radius. We don't know what the radius is, but we know that we have times by pi. So maybe if you times in the question, you need to do the inverse. And what is the inverse of time? Times. Oh, you are funny, guys. Right, I'll give you 30 more seconds or so. 30 more seconds. Okay, so I've just been reading some of your comments. Right, so for the first one, I'll put the sheet down here. So A equals pi r squared. So A equals pi times 5 squared. So what's 5 squared? 25. Okay, so then you do 3.14 times by 25. Come down here now. So, again, we're going to do 2 lines on here. So 4 5s are 20, carry a little 2. 1 5 is 5, 6, 7, because I added the 2 that I carried across. And 3 times 5 is 15. So I've done 3.14 times by 5 there. So the next row, put a 0. 2 4s are 8. 1, 2 is 2. 2 3s are 6. So if you add that together, it's 0, 15, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7. So the area of the first one is 78.50 centimetres squared. Well done if you got that. Let's have a see. Let's have a see. Don't worry, Bella, I will reveal all in the last one. Don't worry if you're not sure. Okay, so the next one. Again, a equals pi r squared. So a equals pi times, what's 3 squared? 3 3s and 9. So we're doing pi times 9 this time. So 3.14 times by 9. Oh, this is a bit nicer, isn't it? So 4 9s, 36. 1 9 is 9, 10, 11, 12. 3 9s, well 1 9 is 9, 2 9s are 18, 3 9s are 27 plus the 1, 28. The area of this one is 28.26 centimetres squared. And Bella is desperate to know how we do the last question. So if a equals pi r squared, that means that 200.96 equals pi r squared. But we don't know what the radius is. But we do know that we times it by pi to get there. So what we need to do is 200.96 divided by pi, or divided by 3.14. So you get your calculator, open it up, and you go, right, 200.96 divided by 3.14. Oh look, it's 64. So that means that r squared, the radius squared, okay, must be 64. So what number times by itself makes 64? 8. Okay? So you've worked backwards, you've done all the steps. So if you'd put it in there, so if it was 8 and you then worked forward again, but a lot of you noticed that 8 is one of the questions I used in the first example, so well spotted. That was one of Steph's on purpose questions. That wasn't a mistake. I just wanted to see who, and well done for those of you who clicked it. Don't worry if you didn't. Obviously that's part of the challenge. Right. So the next 3 questions, I was actually going to show you how to do it. But you know what? I'm just going to let you guys go with it. Because you might, if you got to the sheet, you might be like, huh? Why has Steph drawn this? Because for question 4, I'm only going to put question 4 up. Because for question 4, I've drawn that. I've drawn a circle with a line across the middle, and I've labelled it as 12 centimetres. Can you have a go and see if you can find the area of that? But we need to really be careful with that number. Have a go. Tell me what you think. Don't worry if you got them wrong. It's fine. You're learning something new. You're learning something for Key Stage 3. Absolutely fine. It's really, really good practice. Hi, Reese and Sky in Scotland. Hello. Oh, we have an answer for this one. Anyone want to try and explain why this question is different from the ones that I've taught you so far? What's different about it? Who can explain? Who can explain? You're all busy working it out. Okay. So I'm just looking at the time. So the difference with this is you've been given the diameter, not the radius. The 12 going all the way across, it's actually the diameter. And we don't use the diameter when we're finding the area. So we need to change that number so it's the radius. And remember, the radius is halfway across. So we need to halve 12 first. So half of 12 is 6. To find the area of this circle, you do A equals pi times 6 squared, because the radius is actually 6. So A will equal pi times 6 times 6, which is 36. And then we do 3.14 times by 36. Okay, again, cover it up. 6 4s, 24. 1 6 is 6, plus the 2 is 8. 6 3s are 18. So you've now done 3.14 times by 6. Next row, put a 0. 3 times 4 is 12. Carry the 1. 1 times 3 is 3. Add the 1, 4. And 3 times 3 is 9. Add all those together. You've got 4, 10. I hope I'm still on the board. 4, 10, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. No, that's not right. 8, 9, 10, 11. No, it is the... Am I... What? 8. I'm having a brain freeze here. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Doing me, Steph. 1, 9, 11. So it's 113.04. So, okay. Let's have a look. Well done! Amazing! Okay. Some of you have done it on the calculator. That's absolutely fine. Okay. So let's have a go at question. Again, if you're not sure, remember you can watch this. It'll be on my YouTube page. It'll stay on my page for 2 weeks. So have a good go. That's all you can do. You just saw me then struggling to add up 2 one-digit numbers. So, right, this time, okay. Actually, I'm just going to roll the whole thing out. That would be a lot quicker. So question 5. These pens have to be the Hulk to open them. So question 5. This time, the measurement you've been given across here is 14 centimetres. So can you have a go at working out the area of that circle? And then for the last question, again, another super duper challenge, really tricky one. So but give it a go. Is this time you have a circle, and again, we don't know what this is. We don't know what that is, but we're told that the area is 78.5 centimetres squared. So you need to find the diameter. Okay, so there's your last 2 questions. I just realised, because I've got my dungarees on today, I could actually just put the pens in there. Let's have a look. Well done, brilliant. So people just getting the answers in for the last one. Amazing, well done. Right, we've got a few answers for the number 5. So I'll just start in the background. Okay, so a equals pi r squared. So we need to find the radius first because we've only been given the diameter. So half of 4 is 7. So that means a equals pi times 7 squared. And 7 sevens are 49. So that's the calculation we need to complete. So we do 3.14 times by 49. So we've got our 2 dots. Okay. 4 nines, 36. Okay. 1 9, remember I'm doing 3.14 times by 9. 4 9 to 36. 1 9 is 9. Add the 3. 10, 11, 12. Carry the 1. And 3 nines are 27 plus the 1, 28. And we put a 0. Now we're doing 3.14 times by 40, but because we put the 0, it's times by 4. So 4 times 4 is 16, so 6, carry the 1. 1 4 is 4, plus the 1, 5. And 3 times 4 is 12. And then we add all that together. So that's 6, 8, this one again, 13, 4, 5. So 153.86 centimetres squared for this one. And then again, this is a working backwards problem. We've been given the area, okay, and we need to work backwards. So when you found the area of something, you times it by pi, okay, r squared, okay. So because you times it by pi last, the first thing you need to do is 78.5 divided by either pi or 3.14. Okay, that's because, can you see, when we had a equals pi 7 squared, the last part of the calculation was timesing it by pi, the 3.14. So we get our calculator, okay, and we do 78.5 divided by 3.14, and that gives us 25. Okay, so that means the diameter must be 25. Okay, does that make sense? Or is it 25? Because remember the last one I settled to it. Remember, the 25 is actually r squared. So we're not finished. The 25 is radius squared. So actually, we now need to find out what r is. Okay, so if 25 is a number squared, what number squared is 25? So the radius is 5. But, if the radius is 5, we've already asked for the diameter. So we need to then double 5. I work you guys, even my daughter thinks that's hilarious. I work you guys hard today. That's probably one of the hardest calculations I have ever done in Maths Live. So if you're looking at that going, don't worry, I promise you, it's supposed to be challenging. But, look at it. Look what you've had to go at today. Even if you didn't get it right, it's amazing that you're even watching a lesson like this. It's even amazing you're even giving it a go. So, well done. Okay, that's it. You have conquered circles for this week. You have explored how circles are like all around us. You have found the circumference of circles. Some of you have been doing my patron work and found other parts of the circle. And today you found how to find the area of a circle, and you have been given the area of some circles, and you've worked backwards to find the radius and the diameter. Well done. I'm going to be back tomorrow. Hopefully, if there's no more accidents with the little one, I'll be back tomorrow at 10:15 for the times table test. So if you're a patron and you have a sheet, you can use the other ones at the ready. Okay? Oh, yes, Bella did the last question. Right, amazing, fantastic. Just give it a go. Love it. Makes me so happy for the rest of the day. Right, I better go because it sounds like she's causing chaos. So take care, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow for times table test. Bye-bye.